We're here to put a dent in the universe. These words, spoken by Steve Jobs, weren't just a catchy phrase, they were a belief system, a philosophy that fueled a revolution. Jobs, a man who dared to dream differently, changed the world with his relentless pursuit of innovation. He took technology, something often seen as cold and complex, and made it personal, intuitive, and even beautiful. Jobs' journey wasn't just about building machines, it was about igniting possibilities. He saw the potential for technology to empower, to connect, and to create. From the very beginning, his vision was clear: to make technology accessible to everyone, not just the engineers and programmers. This is the story of that vision, a vision that extended far beyond the walls of Apple's headquarters. It's a story of creativity, resilience, and the unwavering belief in the power of ideas to change the world. It's a story that continues to inspire, long after his passing. Born in 1955, Steve Jobs' path was unconventional from the start. Adopted into a working-class family in California, he developed an early fascination with electronics. His adoptive father, a mechanic, nurtured this curiosity, teaching him the intricacies of taking things apart and putting them back together. School, however, didn't hold the same allure. Jobs found traditional education stifling, a far cry from the excitement of tinkering with circuits and exploring the boundless world of electronics. He craved knowledge and experiences that went beyond textbooks, seeking out mentors and immersing himself in creative pursuits. This blend of technical curiosity and a desire for something more would become the driving force behind his future endeavors. It was in these early years, surrounded by wires and tools, that the seeds of Apple were sown. A passion for technology, a thirst for knowledge, and an unwavering belief in his own vision. These were the building blocks of a legacy that would shape the 21st century. While most children his age were content with coloring inside the lines, young Steve Jobs was already questioning the rules. School felt more like a cage than a nurturing environment for his inquisitive mind. He wasn't disruptive, he was simply bored. The curriculum couldn't keep pace with his insatiable curiosity. His teachers struggled to engage this bright but unconventional student. Jobs wanted to explore, to experiment, to understand the world on his own terms. His mind craved hands-on experiences, the thrill of discovery. This resistance to traditional education wasn't a rejection of learning itself, it was a rejection of limitations. Jobs was a self-directed learner, drawn to knowledge and experiences that resonated with his innate curiosity. He sought out mentors who recognized his potential and encouraged his unconventional approach. In a world that often valued conformity, Jobs dared to be different. He wasn't afraid to question, to challenge the status quo. His rebellious spirit was the wellspring of his creativity, driving his relentless pursuit of innovation. While school felt confining, the world outside its walls offered endless possibilities for exploration and learning. Jobs, never one to be confined by traditional boundaries, sought out mentors and experiences that fueled his intellectual curiosity. He engaged in philosophical discussions with college students, immersing himself in conversations about life, purpose, and the nature of reality. These interactions exposed him to new ways of thinking, challenging his assumptions and broadening his perspectives. He devoured books on spirituality, Zen Buddhism, and Eastern philosophy, seeking wisdom beyond the realm of textbooks and classrooms. These explorations weren't just intellectual exercises, they were shaping his worldview, instilling in him a deep appreciation for simplicity, mindfulness, and the interconnectedness of all things. Jobs' thirst for knowledge extended beyond the theoretical. He was a hands-on learner, eager to get his hands dirty, to understand how things worked. He frequented electronics shops, marveling at the intricate components and peppering engineers with questions. He saw beyond the circuits and wires. He saw potential possibilities waiting to be unlocked. This blend of intellectual curiosity and practical application became a hallmark of his approach to innovation. He wasn't content with simply understanding how something worked. He wanted to know how. The San Francisco Bay Area in the 1960s and 70s was a melting pot of ideas, a breeding ground for counterculture movements that challenged societal norms and embraced alternative lifestyles. Jobs, a young man seeking meaning and purpose, found himself drawn to this vibrant tapestry of creativity and rebellion. He attended concerts, immersed himself in the music scene, and explored the burgeoning world of personal growth workshops and spiritual retreats. The counterculture's emphasis on individuality, self-expression, and questioning authority resonated deeply with Jobs' own rebellious spirit. He saw a connection between the era's pursuit of personal liberation and his own desire to break free from technological constraints, to make technology a tool for empowerment and creativity. This influence extended beyond his personal beliefs, shaping his aesthetic sensibilities and design philosophy. He developed a deep appreciation for minimalism, for stripping away the unnecessary and focusing on essential elements. This philosophy would later become a defining characteristic of Apple's products, their elegant simplicity, a stark contrast to the often clunky and complex technology of the time. The counterculture's impact on Jobs ran deep, shaping his worldview, his values, and his approach to innovation. It was in this fertile ground of creativity and rebellion that his vision for a different kind of technology company, a company that celebrated individuality and empowered the human spirit, began to take root. The year was 1976. The setting, a humble garage in Los Altos, California. Amidst tools and wires, Apple Computer Company was born. Steve Jobs, a visionary, and Steve Wozniak, a gifted engineer, joined forces. The garage became a crucible for innovation, fueled by passion and caffeine. Wozniak crafted circuit boards with precision. Jobs envisioned computers in homes and classrooms. Their partnership was built on mutual respect and ambition. Wozniak provided the technical foundation, while Jobs shared their vision with the world. Long hours were fueled by late-night pizzas and coffee. The garage buzzed with energy and purpose. They were young, audacious, and convinced they were changing the world. The Apple II was more than just a computer. It was a declaration of intent, challenging the status quo of the computing world. Unveiled in 1977, the Apple II was a revelation. Its plastic casing and integrated keyboard made it approachable and playful. The Apple II was an instant success, capturing the imagination of hobbyists and entrepreneurs. It democratized access to computing, sparking a revolution that changed the technological landscape. The success of the Apple II validated Jobs' belief that technology should be accessible to everyone. He envisioned computers as tools for creativity, communication, and connection. Jobs understood that technology was about people. It was about empowering individuals to express themselves and connect. This vision was reflected in Apple's intuitive interfaces and elegant designs. Jobs believed technology should seamlessly integrate into our lives. This focus on the human element defined Apple's success. Innovation was about enriching and empowering lives. The phenomenal success of Apple came at a price. Jobs' relentless pursuit of perfection made him a demanding leader. His intensity created a high-pressure environment. Jobs' attention to detail was legendary. He pored over every aspect of Apple's products. This obsession led to clashes with colleagues. He could be brutally honest in his critiques. This uncompromising approach created friction as Apple grew. Jobs' management style led to high turnover rates. Despite the challenges, Jobs' genius inspired many. He understood how to build great products and connect with consumers. His talents were often overshadowed by his demanding nature. By the early 1980s, tensions within Apple had reached a boiling point. Jobs' management style, coupled with his increasingly controlling behavior, created a rift between him and the company's board of directors. The board, concerned about the impact of Jobs' leadership on the company's long-term stability, made the difficult decision to remove him from his managerial role. The year was 1985. Jobs, at the age of 30, found himself ousted from the company he had poured his heart and soul into. The experience was deeply humbling, a crushing blow to his ego, and a stark reminder that even the most brilliant visionaries are not immune to the complexities of corporate power dynamics. Despite the initial shock and disappointment, Jobs refused to be defined by this setback. He viewed his departure not as an ending but as an opportunity for a new beginning. Getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, he later reflected. It freed me to enter one of the most creative periods of my life. This resilience, this ability to bounce back from adversity, would become a defining characteristic of Jobs' journey. He had faced challenges before, but this experience forced him to confront his own shortcomings and to reevaluate his priorities. The sting of his ouster from Apple still fresh, Jobs wasted no time in embarking on new ventures. Driven by an insatiable appetite for innovation and a deep desire to prove his doubters wrong, he founded Next, a computer company that would push the boundaries of technology and design. Next, while not achieving the widespread commercial success of Apple, became a breeding ground for groundbreaking technologies. Jobs' relentless pursuit of perfection was evident in every detail of the Next computer, from its sleek magnesium casing to its advanced operating system. The company's focus on high-end workstations attracted a devoted following among researchers, academics, and creative professionals. While Next represented a return to Jobs' technological roots, his acquisition of Pixar in 1986 revealed a different facet of his creative spirit. Pixar, a small animation studio struggling to find its footing, possessed a unique blend of artistic talent and technological innovation that resonated deeply with Jobs. He saw in Pixar the potential to revolutionize the world of animation, to create stories that would capture the hearts and imaginations of audiences worldwide. Jobs' investment in Pixar was initially driven more by passion than by profit. He poured resources into the company, nurturing its creative culture and providing the financial stability it needed to flourish. Under his guidance, Pixar would go on to create some of the most beloved and critically acclaimed animated films of all time, forever changing the landscape of animation. The years following his departure from Apple were a period of profound growth for Steve Jobs. Building Next taught him the value of empowering his team and fostering creativity. His involvement with Pixar exposed him to the transformative power of storytelling. In 1997, Apple was on the brink of collapse. Jobs returned, streamlining operations and instilling a renewed sense of purpose. His return was a seismic shift in corporate culture, setting the stage for a remarkable comeback. In 1998, Apple unveiled the iMac, a computer that became synonymous with the company's resurgence. Its translucent Bondi blue casing was a radical departure from the norm. The iMac's success re-established Apple as a major force in the tech industry. In 2001, Apple introduced the iPod, redefining how we listen to music. Its sleek design and integration with iTunes created a digital music ecosystem. The iPod's success transformed Apple into a major player in the music industry. In 2007, Apple introduced the iPhone, redefining what a mobile phone could be. Its large, multi-touch display transformed the way we interact with technology. The iPhone's impact on society and technology is immeasurable. Steve Jobs had a deep affinity for simplicity. He believed true elegance lay in stripping away the unnecessary. This focus on simplicity became a defining characteristic of Apple's products. Jobs' life was deeply influenced by spirituality and Eastern philosophy. His spiritual journey began in his youth, exploring Zen Buddhism and Eastern mysticism. This spiritual grounding manifested in his work and leadership style. Beneath his larger-than-life persona, Jobs had a deeply personal side. He connected with people on a personal level, remembering details and offering support. Jobs' personal touch extended beyond Apple, responding to customer emails and fulfilling requests. Jobs' journey was anything but ordinary, redefining our relationship with technology. His legacy is etched in the fabric of our digital age, transforming technology into an extension of our creativity. Jobs' greatest gift was his ability to inspire, daring us to dream bigger. Jobs challenged us to make a dent in the universe. Our dents might not be as visible, but they are no less significant. Embrace the unknown, challenge conventions, and ignite a revolution with a single idea.